What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now for today's video we are going to be going out into some classic challenge battles with this pretty interesting deck right here. If you notice anything about these cards, every single card in this deck has some sort of either stun or knockback effect. The Executioner kind of has like a mini stun effect. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've played around with the Executioner. Obviously the Bowler and the Log both have a knockback effect, as well as the Fireball. The Zap and Ice Spirit, as well as the Electro Wizard, all have a stun effect, and the Ice Wizard kind of has a stun slash slow down effect. So all of these cards right here have some sort of effect to either stun, slow down, or knock back a troop while you're using it. So I decided to throw them all into a deck right here, see how well they do together, and see if we can get any wins in a classic challenge. Now we still are 3-0 in this classic challenge, so I haven't actually ended it from the last time I recorded a video in a classic challenge. And now we're going up against Sweaterito from Navy Brothers. We do have our Executioner in our starting hand. We don't really have much of a kill card in this deck. We'll most likely be doing our damage with our spells, the Executioner, and the Bowler, I'm assuming. So as this princess approaches the Executioner, I don't want her doing too much damage to him, so I will go ahead and drop down a Log on her, also hitting the tower, doing some damage over there. Ice Wizard will lock onto the Bowler, and the Executioner finishes off that Ice Golem. But now I need to get down... Let's go ahead and get down an Electro Wizard in the back right here behind our tower, since he does have a level 2 Executioner up here. And let's also drop down our Bowler right here to keep the Executioner off of our Electro Wizard, do some damage to him and finish him off, and now they can advance towards our right lane tower. So let's see if they can do any damage. I don't want to drop my Executioner just yet, but I will go ahead and save some of my spells to see if I need those. He drops down a Tornado, pulling all my troops toward the middle right there. However, the Bowler is going to do so much damage to that tower with the help of that Electro Wizard. He did have the left lane tower shooting at my troops, so that kind of helped them finish them off. And now we have some Elite Barbarians coming down my left lane, so Fireball, Ice Spirit should take care of most of them right there. Only dropped my tower down to 2,026 hit points. Not too big of a deal considering we do have 1,000 hit points down on his King Tower over there. Not his King Tower, sorry, Crown Tower. Down to 1,000 hit points, and my Executioner got finished off by that Bowler. So now let's drop down a Bowler of our own to go after his Bowler. Bowler versus Bowler action right here. Will he be in range of my tower? The tower will actually be able to help out, and they don't actually have a knockback effect on each other, since of course they both are Bowlers, I guess. I don't know. Down goes an Executioner behind the Bowler. Let's go ahead and play that, and I kind of wish I had a lightning. I might switch out the Fireball for a lightning spell, because the lightning does have a stun effect, so that could help out a lot in some of these battles. But for now, it looks like we are doing fine with this deck right here. Executioner is going to go ahead and finish off his, as well as doing some decent damage over there to that tower, dropping down to 457. And now I think it's time to push the left lane, since we can basically take that tower whenever we want to. All I'm going to have to do is just cycle some spells and throw a few fireballs over there. So Bowler down to finish off that Skeleton Army. Electro Wizard is going to go ahead and run in front of the Bowler for now. Let's get an Executioner behind my Bowler and an Ice Wizard right next to him also. And throw a Fireball at the tower, the Executioner, and this Bowler that's about to die. Bowler does go down before the Fireball even hits it. Let's go ahead and log that Ice Golem and the Princess, doing some more damage to that right lane tower. Already dropped the tower to the left down to 1710 hit points. But he does have full health Elite Barbarians on my tower right now, which is not good. So let's go ahead and drop down an Ice Spirit on them and an Executioner to finish them off. And an Electro Wizard on top of the Skeleton Army, even though I probably just could have zapped it. But I do want to save my spells to finish off this right lane tower. Since we have about 5 seconds left, I don't have it just yet. So Fireball, Log, and Zap will go ahead and do the trick. There is the first battle of the video and the first win as well. So we are now 4-0 in a classic challenge using completely random decks. This honestly has been working out so far. I did pretty well in that battle, and the Lightning, I'm kind of tempted to throw it in there like I said in the last battle, but as long as the Fireball does fine for us and I don't really need a Lightning just yet, I'm going to go ahead and stick with this deck for now. There aren't too many cards in the game that actually have a stun slash knockback effect. I was looking through the card selection and didn't see too many of them. So this deck might be the only possible way to make a deck that has all stun effects and stuff, unless you want to throw the Lightning in there. I couldn't really see any other troops, but if you know any, leave them down in the comment section below for other people to see, because of course you guys can always try out these challenges that I do in these videos. They're definitely a lot of fun, and if you're ever bored, just go for it. But now I have a Bowler, an Electro Wizard, and Fireball headed towards that left lane tower, which will go ahead and take out the Wizard and drop it down to 1188 hit points. That was a decent little push over there. Let's also get down an Ice Wizard for now. Don't want to say that 10 elixir, even though it wasn't really too close. Down goes that Ice Wizard. I'm going to put an Executioner in front of it, but he does have this Prince. So I need to get the Ice Spirit down to, of course, knock back his little charge right there. I'm also going to throw down a Log to finish off the Princess, and the Executioner and the Ice Wizard. Go ahead and finish off that Prince, no problem at all. He only got one shot off on my Executioner. not doing too much damage, and now he has a baby dragon right here. But the Executioner's axe did for a second hit some of that tower, and now it goes down another bullet to take out his Executioner. That's not an Executioner, what am I talking about? That's definitely a Lumberjack. Bowler finishes off the Lumberjack, and the tower can snipe away at that baby dragon. Ice Wizard in behind the Bowler. And now I'm just going to go ahead and save up for this Fireball whenever I need it. I'm assuming he'll drop down that Wizard, so go ahead and Fireball him out of there. Bowler and the Ice Wizard do no problem at all, finishing off that left lane tower for the 1 crown lead right there. And we're not even in double elixir yet. We already have this guy's first tower. Down goes that Prince, so let's drop down an Electro Wizard right here, because of course his Zap will go ahead and reset his charge every single time. Log to knock him back and do a little bit of damage right there, as well as taking out the Princess. Ice Spirit to try to knock him out before he finishes off that Electro Wizard, but he did a decent amount of damage to him, and the Zap will go ahead and finish him off. Alright, so he hasn't touched our tower yet, but this random log that he threw down for no reason at all will go ahead and touch our tower right there. Not too worried about him touching my tower with spells, but I don't really want him to do too much damage with actual troops. So let's go ahead and Fireball all of those barbs right there, and the Executioner finishes them off no problem at all. Electro Wizard right here under the bridge to go ahead and finish off that Princess, even though the Executioner was going to do it by herself. And now he's leaving the match. We made him rage quit, drop down another Bowler in the middle. Let's just spam a bunch of troops right here and get a massive 3 crown victory against this guy. We have an Executioner on that tower over there, 2 Bowlers, another Executioner, Ice Wizard, and Electro Wizard. This is an unstoppable push. Even if he was here right now, he couldn't defend this if he wanted to. There's another 3 crown victory for us, and a good game to this guy. So second win of the video. We are now 5-0 in this classic challenge. So there we have it, 5-0 using this pretty wacky deck of all stun / knockback troops. Are there any more troops that can actually have that effect as well? I don't think so. I guess we could use the Ice Golem because his death damage does slow down enemy troops. But honestly, so far, this deck is working pretty well. No need to substitute a Lightning yet. I guess you could put a free spell in there if you wanted to. Not the Poison anymore after that one update that took away the slowing effect. But anyway, jumping out into the third battle of this video, going up against Felix from Royale. Bowler behind my King Tower to start things off. Not too bad of a starting hand right there. I did go ahead and drop down an Ice Golem, not an Ice Golem, an Ice Wizard on his Ice Golem, because you never know what he's going to drop behind an Ice Golem. And he went ahead and actually dropped down a Graveyard, which does drop my tower all the way down to 1663 hit points. Executioner and the Cannon over there actually do a pretty good job at defending my push. And the Log's going to go ahead and finish off my troops, not even letting them touch that tower. Alright, so Felix has a pretty good deck right here, defends mine pretty well, and the Graveyard is definitely going to be interesting to go against, even though we do have a lot of cards that do have a splash damage effect, so the Graveyard might not be too big of a deal now that we know it's coming. Let's ignore this Ice Golem and get our Bowler ready for this Graveyard that I know is coming. Hopefully he doesn't have a free spell. That would be really bad. So Bowler and Ice Wizard down in the middle of the Graveyard. And there's that free spell that I knew was coming. Let's go ahead and zap these skeletons and wait for that free spell to expire. But he drops our tower down to 850 hit points. That is not good news for us. I do have a Executioner in my hand right now. So I'll most likely go ahead and throw him behind the Bowler in just a minute. So let's get our Executioner ready behind the Bowler. I'm not too sure what direct damage he has. I don't know if he can just drop a Fireball or a Rocket right here and take all these out. But so far he's not dropping anything. Let's go ahead and fire. I just missed the tower. I suck at Fireballs. Alright, so we did take out the Executioner, but we missed the tower completely. And now he has an Ice Golem coming down my left lane. Anytime now he might as well go ahead and drop down the Graveyard. But the Ice Golem does get taken out. So it looks like he will go ahead and save off on the Graveyard for now. Another Bowler behind the King Tower. Honestly, I'm not too sure if we can win this battle. We can't actually make it to his tower yet. And all he's doing is just cycling that Ice Golem Graveyard, knocking our tower down really low. And he also has that free spell that we need to worry about. So while we're on that Skeleton Army, we'll go ahead and finish it off. Now he has another Graveyard. Let's drop down an Ice Wizard and an Electro Wizard, even though all these skeletons are generating so quickly. Luckily for us, the free spell did expire, but he will go ahead and rocket the tower, as well as that Electro Wizard for the 1 crown lead. However, I now have 2 Bowlers and an Executioner coming at this guy right now. Let's go ahead and throw down a Fireball on absolutely nothing. Not too sure how worth it that was. Ice Wizard down and Ice Spirit in behind. Down goes an Executioner and a log from him. Throwing another Executioner. Can we even make it to this guy's tower? He's defending so hard. He has a pretty cheap deck, which is good for him. And not good for us at all, because he's just cycling back to his cannon. Ice Golem to distract all my troops. And we can't make it to his tower. There's that rocket to finish off our troops, and he will go ahead and take this victory. So he's throwing a Fireball at his tower for no reason at all, because we already lost. Good game to this guy. Honestly, not too worried about a classic challenge, but yeah, he got that win fair and square, so that deck obviously just crushed ours, which honestly is kind of surprising considering it was a lot of splash damage, and the graveyard is very vulnerable to splash damage, obviously, but that free spell definitely helped him out in taking that victory. Anyway, there were 3 battles with this deck right here. It honestly worked out pretty well, but of course that last guy just kind of stomped all over us, but 2-1 with a completely random challenge deck. I'll go ahead and take that as a success. Let me know if you guys did enjoy this video down in the comment section below. If of course you did, go ahead and smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well for more Clash Royale content. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.